Welcome to the podcast. I'm Mike Peterson. Today we're going to cover a few of the more common phrases or topics that you might hear anytime that you're dealing with somebody in the spiritual or the metaphysical world. The first two that we're going to cover are deja vu and premonition. Now, deja vu is a term that people use to describe that feeling or sensation that you've experienced a something before, either a conversation or a place that you've been, or just that feeling that you have. Oh my God, this has happened before. It's a sense of familiarity that people always talk about. And that feels like they've been in the same place, the same situation, somewhere in the past. Now, deja vu typically occurs very suddenly, spontaneously, out of the blue, and without warning. It's that feeling that just pops up very quickly. Episodes of deja vu are usually brief. They only last for just a few moments. And when it happens, it makes you think what comes right after that. See, but here's the thing. Deja vu does not involve any prediction of future events, but instead it pertains to what we perceive of a current event or being somewhere, despite that it's never happened to us before. Now, some people believe that the spiritual belief side of that suggests that deja vu could be a glimpse into a past life or, and this one has come up very recently, into a parallel dimension. According to that interpretation, the feeling of being so familiar arises because the soul has experienced a similar situation in a previous incarnation or in another realm of existence, like parallel universe. The other side of this says there are some traditions that view deja vu as a form of synchronicity, that meaningful coincidence that's orchestrated by a higher power or divine force. In this view, experiencing deja vu may be seen as a sign or a message from the universe that's trying to guide us along our path, our spiritual path. So when you have deja vu, when it happens, don't be alarmed, but take a moment and notice your surroundings or the people around you or even the conversation that's happening. There's something there they're trying to say. Pay attention to this just for a moment. The next thing, premonition. Premonition is that feeling or a sense of anticipation or foreknowledge about a future event. It often comes with a sense of impending significance or very, very important. Characteristics of that premonition piece might be foreknowledge, that premonitions involve a sense of knowing or feeling that something is going to happen in the future, something that hasn't happened yet, even though there might not be any logical reason or any evidence to support that belief. Premonitions usually relate to events that, again, have yet to occur, but are anticipated to happen in the future. Premonitions can vary in duration. They range from just a fleeting moment to very vivid dreams, and that's how most people receive a premonition. They'll dream about it a night or two, or sometimes even a week beforehand. And then, somewhere along the line, it's like watching a movie that begins to come true. That premonition starts to play like a movie, and you just stepped right into it. And then you know this is going to happen. And unlike deja vu, premonitions do involve a sense of prediction or in anticipation regarding a future event, whether it's a positive or negative in nature. Now, when dealing with premonition, if it is something that has a negative connotation, something bad is going to happen, What people describe quite often is that if they tell the person that this is going to happen to, then the premonition doesn't come true. And yet, if they don't say anything, the premonition winds out just like watching a movie all over again. But trust me, when this happens, take the time and let somebody know that you're worried, that you've got something on your mind. There's something that's going to happen and you just want to forewarn them just in case. But take the time, let them know, even if it doesn't come true. That's why we're given the premonition, so that we can avert some of the bad things that are going on. The next thing that we're going to talk about is a big topic for an awful lot of people. Twin flames and soulmates. And we're going to talk about this, the soulmate aspect here, a lot, just in a moment. But soulmates are typically understood as someone with who we share a very deep spiritual connection or a bond. And some of these things and the characteristics might be that soulmates share a profound sense of understanding, of empathy, and the compatibility with each other. Soulmates often support each other's growth, their development, well-being on emotional, mental, and spiritual levels. Soulmates also have the relationships and characterized by mutual respect, love, and admiration for each other. Soulmates are also believed to have a karmic connection, meaning they have had past life experience or they share a spiritual journey. Now, here's a couple of things with this. A lot of people, there are basic two different camps, if I could put it that way, about how people view soulmates. First, that we have many different soulmates in a lifetime. So if I'm living my life, I might have one or two. I might have a few different soulmates that come with this lifetime. The other camp says there's only one soulmate, period. And you may or may not encounter that soulmate in the next lifetime. Chances are that's more than likely what I would go with, but I would tell you also that bumping into your soulmate is going to happen almost every lifetime because, again, there's that karmic connection between each other. Now, twin flames are also known by some people as saying a twin soul, or it's considered to be the other half of one's soul, or a mirrored soul. Okay, this is a twin flame. Characteristics of the twin flame relationships might include that often mirror each other's strength, their weakness, challenges, and leading to intense personal growth and self-discovery. Meeting one's twin flame can catalyze significant spiritual awakening or transformation, and it often is triggering profound inner changes and spiritual evolution. Twin flame relationships are also characterized by an intense and magnetic connection that transcends ordinary romantic or platonic bonds. And again, these are twin flames that I've known you before. Twin flames may experience periods of union and separation as they navigate their individual pathway, their spiritual path, or work through challenges to come into more of a harmonious union. Here are some key differences. While both soulmates and twin flame relationships involve deep connections, the connection with a twin flame is often described as even deeper or more intense, reflecting a very profound soul-level bond. Soulmate relationships focus on mutual support, growth, and love, while twin flame relationships are often seen as catalysts for profound spiritual growth and awakening. Soulmate connections are typically characterized by harmony and compatibility, while twin flame connections may involve both intense attraction and challenging dynamics as each individual works through their personal issues and growth. So when you're talking about twin flames and soulmates, and if you have any reader or any metaphysical person and they're talking about a soulmate or a twin flame, ask them how they view that. Are they one of the people that says, yes, we have different soulmates in different lifetimes? Or are they the ones that turn around and say that we only have one soulmate for every lifetime? Just one. Chances are when they start to describe, well, how they view it or how they feel about that, it will give you some more insight into things that they're talking about. The last thing that we're going to talk about today, common dreams, and sometimes what they're actually meaning. Dreams are really subjective experiences for everyone, and their interpretation can vary really widely based on person to person. However, there are some common types of dreams that many people experience, along with potential interpretations of these. The first one, and this is a common one, is dreams about flying. Flying dreams are often symbolize a sense of freedom, of liberation, or an escape from life's challenges. They also can represent a desire to rise above obstacles or gain a new perspective on a situation. On the flip side of that are dreams about falling. Falling dreams may indicate feelings of being insecure, fear, fear of failure, or a loss of control in a waking lifetime. They can also symbolize a need to let go of something, or actually confront our inner fears and anxieties. Dreams of being chased. Dreams of being chased typically reflect feelings of stress, pressure, or avoidance in waking life. They may indicate unresolved conflicts or the need to confront difficult emotions and situations. An odd one, but sometimes it is very common, the dream of being naked in public. Dreams of being naked in public often signify vulnerability, embarrassment, or fear of judgment. They may reflect some concerns about revealing one's true self or feeling exposed in a social or professional setting. Sometimes people have a dream about an exam or a test that they have to take. And these dreams typically represent feelings of pressure and stress or self-doubt. They may indicate a fear of failure. They might also indicate a sense of needing to be a perfectionist or a need to prove oneself during our everyday life. Another one that scares people a very great deal is a dream of being lost or being trapped. And these can symbolize feelings of confusion, uncertainty, or a lack of direction in life. They may suggest a need to explore new possibilities or find a way out of a challenging situation. The next one is rather important. Meeting a deceased loved ones in our dream. And meeting that deceased loved one often evokes a lot of feelings of comfort or closure or connection with that person who has crossed over. They may signify unresolved grief, longing for closure, or a desire for guidance from beyond. Now, anytime that you have a dream of someone that has passed on, always try to remember or pay attention to what you're being told. These are definitely dreams that are meant to carry a message to us. Sometimes it's just to give us a hug and to say, I love you. And they like to talk to us just as much as we like to talk to them. So they'll stop in your dream and say hi, or just wave, or just be present. But if they're talking to you, you might want to take a piece of paper in the morning, write down what they said to the best of your ability. The next one is the unprepared for an important event dream. And these dreams, being unprepared for that event, such as a presentation or an interview, may reflect feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt or fear of failure. They might also indicate a need to better prepare or address underlying insecurities. One that I found extremely interesting, and the last one, is the lucid dream. Lucid dreams occur when the dreamer becomes aware that they're dreaming and may not even realize it until they begin to exert some kind of control over the narrative of what they're dreaming about. While the interpretation of the lucid dreams varies, they are often seen as an opportunity for self-awareness, exploration, and personal growth. That's all we've got for today's podcast. If you have any questions or if you're looking for a little more information, you can visit our website at www.psychicgraffiti.com. I hope everybody has a great day. I'll see you next time.